Welcome back to Team Tunes with me, Elliot George. I'm here in St Swithin's today, and what a special guest I have for you today. And as always, first question, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I am married to one of the vicars here, but that's not who I am, it's just part of who I am. I'm a member of St Swithin's, but part of the parish, and I lead the youth club and some of the other bits and pieces that we do here in the church.
One of our key youth leaders. And how long have you been in Drumfield? What's your sort of Drumfield story?
We first came here in 2014 when Ian was a curate, a bit like you. No, in fact, just like you, in your job. And we were here for 4 years and we were at St Philip's then. But God called us back in 2020 and we're up here in another church in the patch at St Swithin's.
Great. So you were over in Colaston side for a few years.
Yeah.
You went away and came back and now you're at the Holmesfield side.
We are indeed.
Spreading yourself around brilliantly, and we really appreciate all that you're doing, so thank you, and thank you for joining me today. And the song that you've chosen is one that's dear to my heart as well as yours. It's Oceans by Hillsong.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about why you chose that song and maybe where you first came across that song.
Okay, well, it's a fairly modern song by the Church of England standard, but it was written in 2013, so it's 10 years old. But I think I first probably came across it when we lived in Drumfield. And I remember being in the kitchen one day. I was stay-at-home mum at the time, and just feeling like God was there at that time, and it was a really special moment of being just me and God in the ordinariness. I think at the time we were thinking about our move from curacy into Ian's first incumbency, and it felt really overwhelming. It felt like there were so many choices, so many things to consider because of our family, but God was in that. He was in the middle of it all. So that's one aspect of it. But the more I've listened to that song, the more I appreciate other parts of it. So the depth of God, and being, if you trust him, he will lead you to places that you don't expect, and not to be afraid of that. I think quite often we are really afraid of what God might do, and places we might go, the people we might meet, the things we might not have, that we might have to give up. But in my experience, God has always been faithful. He's always provided for us. He's provided money, he's provided friends when we've needed them, he's provided healthcare when we've needed it. So the song itself, it kind of encapsulates all of that for me. But most recently, I think when I've listened to it, I think there's been a pretty significant thing that's been going on for us in our family recently. But I think it's drawn me closer to God, that I've had to find him in the mystery, I've had to find him in the places where I wasn't expecting to have to go, and to drill down into my faith, and he's been there, he's been faithful.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It really is a song about faith and stepping out, but knowing that God is there with us. Obviously it invokes that passage from Matthew's Gospel about Peter stepping out onto the water, but as soon as his eyes drift away from Jesus is when he starts to sink. Keep your eyes focused on him, and we can walk as well. So it's beautiful lyrics, and I wondered if there are any particular lyrics that stand out for you. Maybe it's different every time you listen to it, but
yeah, I think that it is different every time I listen to it. I've got a few notes really, just because I knew you were going to ask me something like that. But yeah, Spirit lead me where my trust is without borders, take me deeper than my feet could ever wander. And really that is, as a Christian, the more you follow Jesus, the more you are led by him, the more exciting your journey becomes. And you see God moving in the most amazing ways.
Yeah, it's really special. Well, thank you so much for sharing some of your story and sharing this song with us. We're going to listen to a rendition of the song now. So please do like and subscribe and share this video, and as always, let us know if you've got a particular song that you would like to share with the rest of the team. We'd love to have you on this series as well. So enjoy, and I'll see you next time.
You call me out above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. My feet may fail and fear surrounds me. You never have failed, and you won't start now. So I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. My soul will rest in